Listen, hi. Good job. Welcome on in. How's your day going? Are you gonna make it? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not gonna make it. Didn't make it. I see. I see. God damn. I know we're starting to start. We're starting to start. That makes no sense. We have been starting the stream earlier than usual for the past few weeks, for reasons other than I kinda can. Officially, I can't, but you know, I kinda can. To an extent, it's an option. Not the best option, but it's an option. Oh, how has your week been? It's been a week. I've been sadly, I mean, I'm sad about it, but not that sad. There has been like so much stuff happening specifically on the Twitter side of things, which I'm missing because I'm not using Twitter on my phone anymore. And I really am out of the loop when it comes to design inspiration and the massive amount of content that is on these platforms. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. I'm seeing things. I'm not seeing things. That's the issue. I'm going there only to prepare for the stream announcement message that is automated. Automated, like I'm basically placing it on the day, 2 to 3 hours before, kind of when I know exactly what time I will go live, and then it's just posts itself while I'm live, which is pretty good. But every time I'm going there, I just start scrolling a bit, and then there is so much shit that is so good, and I'm so sad. I'm kind of sad that I'm not using it. It's for the good reasons, but goddamn, people are good. People are really good overall. Like the latest thing that I've seen. Yeah, right. Hi, welcome in. Specifically, let me see. Like these transitions. Like look at that. Isn't that a cute transition? Like, goddamn. How are you, Yorin? How's everything? But yeah, there is plenty of options, plenty of things going on that I really like, and I'm missing out on all of these. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird. What do you mean we seem to have no style today? And there's a ton of things that are really cool. So, you know, I like that. It's fun. Yeah. But also, yeah, I've got that Face ID. But yeah, like it's really neat to see like other people, other designers building stuff. Like this is amazing as a selector concept. It's you know, it's just fun, and I like that. I like that it's fun. It's a bit impractical, to be honest, but it's a fun thing to have. I don't know what this app is, like 23 days sober seems like a sobriety thing, but still, like really good. Really good. Anyways, plenty of things, including the thing that I was talking about earlier last stream on Wednesday about the illustration of Duolingo checks. So yeah. Oh, I appreciate it. Cybersect, hi, what morning? We seem to have no style today. That is interesting. That is an interesting way of saying it, but I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not gonna, you know, all that. Things that I need to address before we start doing anything specific. The washing machine is running as always on Fridays, therefore there will be a cut where I'm gonna need to go fetch the thing and then lay it out on my bed and be good about it. But yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is I don't know. Probably. Probably. That seems to be the app icon that I'm going for. Um, it basically has more Japan stuff than France stuff, but there is both. So I do like the thing. I took the exact X code from the Japanese flag, and then if you have like an iPhone and you want to just, you know, recolor your icons, you can do that. But yeah, it's really neat. The As the title says, the proof of concept is concepting hard. It is hard at work. It kind of works. Um, I don't have much, to be honest. Like it's just the basics. It's just there, but it it it's neat. It's there. We have fake places for now and a map. And the main point of the app being you can have access to your list of activities or list of places. And then if you wanted to have like more view on your places, you can just resize this. That was the main kind of ID concept thing that I had in mind in the beginning. And also you can fully just see a list and nothing else, but that's not necessarily what you want. But also, if you just wanted to have the map and just navigate through the map, you could do that. So, concept is concepting, not done at all, but at least proof of concept for navigation is pretty good. I'm debating the button, the black ball right now, to be some sort of a, well, button, so that when I tap on it, it just re-expand to this state, maybe. I don't know. By default, I don't know just yet. It's just in the thinking, but it is interesting. It is interesting. Obviously, I am 100% inspired. I don't know if inspired is the right word, but I'm 100% inspired by Amy with their specific resizable elements. Like this seems like the current trend, I would say, specifically for most apps. So this is kind of what I had in my head when I built this resizing. It is not good. I'm gonna say something that the dev amongst you are going to scream at. Just brace yourself, okay? Just brace. This right now in its state of there is a map at the top and there is a list of places underneath and nothing else is drawing 700, in between 250 to 750 megabytes of RAM just by existing. And I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know how it's drawing that much because it has nothing. Apparently it is linked to the map itself, recalculating the places and the sizes and the zoom and whatever. But 600 megs of RAM is massive. So if any of you have built an iOS app in the past with a map and know how to reduce RAM usage and memory usage, I would love to know, because this is bad. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. I don't want to pull that much. I don't want to pull that much. Anyways, going back to what I was saying a second ago, with people having that divider thingy as a as a base, like same thing here. People are doing the exact same transition for section A, section B. So that is something that seems to be very, very prominent and trendy. I don't know if I will keep it then, because it's like, obviously, as I was saying, I'm not really on Twitter anymore, so I don't see these things. And now that I opened it, and so basically 3 projects that have the exact same type of navigation, I don't know. I don't know if I will keep it. It's a nice concept. I like it. Obviously, I spent the whole day working on it. But you know, if everyone is doing the same thing, therefore it doesn't come out as standing out much. So that's a thing to keep in mind, at least for me, to make sure that I have something that will stand out. But yeah, like this is the current state of the app and the project itself. I kind of did like the, why did I change screen again? I kind of did like the most bare bone flow of behavior, so that we have like an understanding of how things are going to behave and how things are going to be kind of set up properly with like very blocky experience. So big ass red thing, big ass red thing, big ass red thing, so that you can see that expanding, whatever, all of that. The other thing that I'm thinking about, and I don't really know how I can achieve this just yet, will happen, is the transition between this to this. As when you are opening like a very specific place, I kind of want to have the card expand itself and the rest of the cards in the list kind of disappears, so that it takes the whole of what is available around here, but keep the map at the top, so that you basically have the ability to just still navigate and see where it is compared to where you are, and potentially see the details that I have left. But because these 2 things, the top and the bottom, are going to be 2 navigable views, that might be a bit complicated. I don't know yet. I'm not there yet. Not at all. But yeah, so far we have like some things with my references. Obviously, this thing is really similar to the AI note app that I did 3-4 months ago. This is kind of similar to a lot of other places, other design style that I'm seeing, which I don't mind, but I also don't like entirely. Like, there is something good about it, but there is also something kind of different in terms of the concept. This is like for finding an apartment, so that's different. And then obviously I took like Amy screenshots and other apps, including Apple Maps, because I would love to have access to these things. Like, it would be amazing to have access to the user added pictures, or yeah, the user added content, the reviews, the things that have been said on Apple Map, but also on Google Map and all that. That's not really the case. So far, we just have this, which is pretty good. The only thing that we have access to is the name of the place, the location, the phone number, potentially websites, and that's it. And I'm sad about it, because it should be bigger than this. We should have more stuff. We should have like pictures and all. Apparently, from what I have seen in my research, we do have access to these things through the Google Places API, which is well, Google, so I would have access to content, but it wouldn't be entirely integrated with the Apple Map thing. So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird thing, and I'm debating. Obviously, we'll find a way, but for now, it is a debate. For now, it is a debate. I do not know. I do not know. But yeah, other than that, not much. I've been kind of struggling with code. Not that I write any, but you know, kind of struggling with it, and struggling with how to define what needs to happen in the view, what needs to be the order of things, all of that. I had like for the navigation that I just showcased, I had to do some sort of not proof of concept, but kind of proof of concept with squares in SwiftUI to make sure that it worked, and then replace the square with the map, and then replace the square at the bottom with the list, and then transfer the entire thing to the content view, which is the main view in SwiftUI. And it was a bit of a mess. I spent the whole day on there, where I think someone with skills, which is not me, would probably take less time. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing I'm thinking about. Anyways, side things and all that. We do have a good concept, which is, you know, the plan, and we also have other thing going on. I applied to another job again, again, and they came back to me today saying that they went with a few other people, which is kind of crazy to say. I don't know. It feels weird when their message exactly is, thank you for your interest in the senior designer position. After careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with a few other candidates who more closely match our needs right now. Which is kind of crazy to me. But also, you know, I don't know. They were like, we're looking for someone that has the ability to do design system and maintain design system. And I'm like, yeah, I've done 7 of them in the past. I've maintained 5 of them. And they're like, yeah, we need someone that is more aligned with that. Okay. So I don't know. I really don't know. I have some news, by the way, about the job French stuff that we talked about on Wednesday. They unregistered me or unsubscribed me from the list, and they resubscribed me at the same time. So yeah, you know. What do you mean you have a streak? Welcome back, Chris. Welcome on it. How are you? What do you mean by streak? What streak you talking about? That's oh. Yeah, I think there should be. Speaking of streak, you know, I mean that's the stream. The activity or the contents, the specific state right now, of the streak in the Japanese learning app, which is this one. I have put in place a way, at least I think it's mainly on Android. I haven't done that on iOS yet much. Checking, whatever, I forgot. It doesn't matter, where I basically said, if you don't practice for a day, you lose your streak. But what happened is, it was, if there is 24 hours in between the last time that you practiced, you lose your streak. So basically, anyone that was, let's say, practicing at 6, and one day they practice at 6:30, they lose their streak because it's been like more than 24 hours. So that was a bit of a mess. So I fixed that. And now it's fixed. And now what happens is you can go on. It's like 24 hours. I mean, it's basically date based instead of hours based. And it's also not 24 hours, it is 48 hours. So you have 48 hours to recoup your streak. And then, you know, you're back. Welcome back, Sony. So yeah. Next week Friday I have 2 interviews. Good job. one based on programming tests I need to do today, and one for different company pre-tech test one. Interesting. Good. Well, that's good news. I do hate tests in general, but yeah. I don't think it's good. Like, I really personally think that the design test, like the at-home assignment or the dev test, is kind of wrong, because you are not aware of everything, and it's also like not the way that I work. Like, I personally kind of do, but for most people, for most people, you are in a company, we tell you what are the thing that we're working on, what are the issues, what are the thing that we want to achieve, and you take some weeks to think about it and find a solution, or days to think about it, whatever. You have the time. Whereas an assignment is mostly you receive it and you need to give it back the next week, which is a close deadline, which could happen in a company. There is no issue with that, but it's a very short deadline for something that you have no idea or no understanding of, which doesn't showcase your skills at all. Maybe if you're like a car analogy, if you're like an old motor, an old car, you need a bit of a warming up, so the first months at the company to understand how the product works, and then you're just on wheels and you can't stop, that type of things. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Stoney, you missed the beginning of the stream where I was kind of saying something weird. No, I'm saying that's myself. I need to understand the whole concept of the product and the app and the thing that I'm working on in order to build something good. And so, yeah, that's complicated. Anyways, I'm showcasing the phone right now, which is not exactly what I wanted to showcase, but this is the app logo so far. Debating still. I like it. I kind of like it better in light mode than in dark mode for obvious reasons, because it's more Japanese than anything else. Anyways, that's where I stand in the state of things. And the app itself, I mean, it is what the fucking app contains. Like, it contains places in Japan and places in France, and specifically places in Paris. So, it's limited. But as I said, also, Chris, you're gonna kind of laugh at me. This, which is the app, which has the basics of navigation that I wanted to have, right? Where you can have like full screen map, you can have a full screen list if you wanted to, and all that makes sense, right? I have a map and the list, and when I'm looking at the resource used, these two things together are pulling 300 megabytes of memory, and when I'm doing this, up to 750, which is not normal. And I guess I will need the help of someone that knows at some point, probably one of you, how to reduce memory usage, because 750 megabytes of memory for a map view and a list view is crazy. And I don't know what I did. Obviously, I don't know what I did, but I don't know how I achieved that without really paying attention. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. it's not like it's not downloads, right? It's just the memory usage of your phone through not even getting data, it's just like, I don't know, displaying stuff is really weird. I really don't understand, and also I don't really have the ability to, um, how can I say that? Yeah, maybe it's repainting things. That is a long ass black screen right there. Um, yeah, kinda. Hi, welcome it. Welcome back. Like, look at this. I'm doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. It's just. And right now, look at it, look at it. I'm gonna touch the screen and I'm gonna resize stuff. You ready? Look at how it's just spiking. And now it crashed. Yeah. I mean, you can't really get too much data. Like there is nothing on the database. That's basically what I'm kind of saying. Like on the database right now, there is 2 pins, and that's about it. And there is one picture, which is hosted and gathered. But I may need to store stuff locally, like basically do a bit of a fetch and then get that. I think all the data of the map itself. Yes, the thing is, the data of the map itself is Apple Maps, so it should be optimized. I hope. Right? But also, like, at a baseline, 260 megabytes of memory used is kind of crazy to me. So, I don't know. But also, I don't know shit. So, you know, all that. All that. So we'll see. Maybe some of you can help in that department. I don't know. I don't think most of you have SwiftUI iOS knowledge, specifically like optimization in that department. But I think, again, assumption on my side as a designer from the outside world, as always, I think the optimization and memory management for most projects is kind of the same concepts. So if I can understand how the concept works, maybe I can make it better, you know, all that. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the current state of things. I've been seeing like a ton of things on Twitter today about like really good design that makes me just sad that I don't have these IDs. And yeah, pickled cute. Do you at least have a concept of a plan? No. But also, hi, welcome in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks a lot for chatting. I kind of do. The plan is really simple. The thing is, the the concept for this app is a travel guide-ish type of thing, which only me can do. This is my own recommendation from having lived in Japan for 2 years and being French, sadly, and having lived in France for a longer time than in Japan. Nonetheless, having visiting spaces, but also being someone that doesn't really like crowds, ensuring that the places that I recommend are less crowded and kind of chill and different ambience, like different atmosphere and everything. So the plan itself is really simple. It's a map with list. Like it's a map and a list, and that's about it. So it is the plan. So technically, I do have the plan, but because I'm not a dev at all, and I'm trusting AI code IDE thing to do the thing, to create the content, um, it's definitely not doing a right job right there. So, that is what makes it kind of complex. As I kind of said, I could, should, might just make one single JSON file type of thing that just has all the places that I have, and as a like a library of things locally on device, because a JSON file is going to be pretty low, and then just display that on the map. But I don't know. It feels kind of weird with you. But yeah, no real plan. No real plan. So far, nothing. I'm still testing the version of, I mean, not version, like this for, god damn it. Still testing this one for ensuring that the quiz works and making sure that it makes more sense. I realized that this specific page is still a mistake. I need to fix that soon. You can't see it here because the first question has a bit of an issue, but on different, like let's say that this is the right answer, whatever. It's the mo tan bin ka sa ka sa. I don't know this one. I do know this one. God damn it. Is that tabi janai? This. So right here, this is the issue where you basically have the readings of the characters underneath to help. So if you couldn't read the characters, but you know how it's supposed to be pronounced, you can have the readings underneath, and that helps. But I also left the readings at the top, so when you tap on the thing, you basically have the answer. So that's wrong. I need to fix that. So I figured that yesterday, and I forgot to fix it today. Oh, I did shoulders this morning. Oh, I didn't do arms, so that's good. But god damn, that's gonna kill me today. If you do more than this. But yeah, that's a bit of a mess, and it needs to be fixed. It's pretty simple, to be honest. The questions with the meanings is gonna be should show readings false. That's about it. A front squat. Oh, front squat. What is a front squat? I don't know what a front squat is. I know what a squat is, but I don't know what a front squat is. These ones, right? The Wakanda Forever type of thing, where you just hold the bar and you're right there, right? That's the thing. No, not that. These, just front, but like right there, clavicle type shit. Yeah, I see. I don't do barbell stuff in general. I don't. Yeah, I'm old. I don't do anything that touch my back. So, you know, yeah. At the thing, cat, hi, welcome in. Good day. I'm looking for the thing that I was talking about a second ago, which I think is my cute quiz view model, and I need to find the entry get localized thing, and then reading is supposed to be false. But that's the should show reading thing on the character card. It's not there. So you know. I forgot. It's the ROM entry or nothing. Am I wrong? Probably am. I'm looking at it. Chris, hi. Welcome back. How have you been? How's everything? What do you mean you fuck design system? Design system are fun. They are fun. It is very hot today. I do agree with that. I was impressed. I do like design system building full time. Like I mean, again, to me, it is really fun. I do love to have the whole system of how to build it, explaining stuff, making sure that people understand what are the steps to follow, what are the options, how can you have like content, whatever. That's good. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to have. It's also very, very, very simple to put in place. And it's just the base of yeah, it gets stuff to do. Like it gives you a ton of things to think about. Specifically, like what are the different sizes? Would we have different sizes? Is there like a thing that needs to happen in specific cases? Like I like to do that. It's really fun, specifically when you have like plenty of options, like this. This is plenty of options, as you can tell. Figma is struggling. But yeah, that's one component. Just one. Just one. Just making sure that you have everything in their base levels, and then, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a very simple and easy to put in place thing, and also it is like pretty quick. Specifically, if you have something. I mean, again, this is me speaking. I know, but like if you send me something random, let's do huh? I don't know if I will see any of these. Let's say this is what I'm receiving. That's interesting. That is really crazy. George has been sharing things, I think, on threads, and I'm seeing stuff that is really close to what I've built in the past. which is really interesting. Anyways, let's say they send you this as an element to do, and you need to build that as a component in the design system. That's basically what happens, right? You have the thing in as a grouped element, and then you just need to make sure that it is going into the design system properly, and that it has the system behind it to, well, maintain the system. That's what you're working on. I'm taking an example based on what you said. Yeah. That's nothing like, I get it, right? But it's basically you arrive here, they give you your group stuff that is unlinked, 100% unlinked, and you need to plug the design system into that component, create the system, create everything to it, right? That, from what you're saying, that seems like what you need to do. Once you created the font scale, that's it. Like, you don't need to do it again. Once you created the variables for the colors, that's it. You don't need to do it again. Once you created the variables for the auto layouts, that's it. You don't need to do it again. So, like, it's just it's simple. I don't know. I do like it. That's all I'm saying. The logic is also very simple. Like, specifically this one is very simple. Probably you have like more complex components. As let's just do components so that we have something that is a bit more complex potentially. But yeah. Huh. If you want to do like something good, you probably want to do that. If you want to do something good in your components design system logic, I would highly recommend you to push your thinking into something that you probably haven't thought about. Most people don't, but I'm assuming right now, which is relationships in between components. Meaning, if component A is set on the left side of component B, they have a relationship together and there is something that happens. If component A is above component B in the vertical stack, they have a relationship together and there is something that happens. These types of things are going to make your design system way more complex, 100%, also way more difficult to break, because the relationship in between all of your components that needs to have a relationship will kind of be ingrained in dev'd if it's built properly, which means that when A is next to B, something in the design is going to happen. This is something that we worked on with Airbnb in 2015 when they had their auto designer thing. It was kind of complicated. It was the beginning of their system. Basically, the idea is they have like the components made and they have relationship with the next component, mainly for the app. So you had like the header, and based on the next component, the header will take specific properties and the next component will take specific properties as well. So that way you would ensure that in the code, if you know that the layout for this app or for this page specifically needs to have a header, a main feed, a carousel, and a tab bar, I'm saying wrong things. The app itself, by just saying these are the four things that needs to be next to each other, it will be like kind of automated, and the relationship will be automated, and therefore you don't need to do much work. The goal for Airbnb when we talked about that was limiting the amount of work from the designer, limiting the amount of work from the dev as well, and so making sure that the relationship between two things basically was set automatically, rather than having the dev needing to do something specific and say, oh yeah, well, this thing is going to take this props and this props and this props to ensure that this is working perfectly in relationship with the next component. And that was easier and way more fun to do. But that kind of, I think there is an article around there from 2015, 2016, but I don't have it. It's basically like each component has an ID, basically. And there is a relationship between ID and ID. And then if these two are touching, then that triggers different like props in the code. Well, that's basically it. Like if you know that the next component is a list that has the property of, I think it was not venue, I think it was countries. You may have the fact that the title is going to need to take countries. Countries a longer word. Therefore, the text font is going to be smaller. No, that wasn't XD. That was, we were on Sketch at that point. But also this was mostly code. The goal, because the CEO of Airbnb is kind of designer, I have a bit of a, you know, his goal was to not have designer work and not have dev work and make sure that the system worked, which kind of shaped how I think and how I see most of the thing that I'm working on. With system works, system is the rules that you set in place, which is your design system, and then relationships in between elements are going to work together for reasons, because it's just like, yeah, that makes sense. It's the same thing as the newer this. The newer this, I know that this is not gonna help you in any way, shape, or form, but basically the layout lock aspect ratio thing, when I toggle it, it has this kind of animation. This is just an animation, right? But this can only happen if component A and component B have a relationship between the two, and that it can have that kind of trigger set to it. But that's like basically the same concept, where you just need to know that if, for example, your input field is next to or followed by either a helper or label, your input field is going to take a very specific property for its padding or margin top and bottom, rather than if it's free floating. If it's just an input field, you may have like 8 and 8 top and bottom to have like more space. If it's not, you may have like 4 and 8, just because it needs just 4 between the label and the input. And that's a system that is defined inside of the work that is right there. But yeah, that's a fun thing to think about overall. It's just take more time. I agree. Same thing here. Like if the thing is left, like if that is left side, it is more for dev thing. Yes, it is mainly dev. But this, if you have a prefix has flat right corner. Therefore, my input is going to have a flat left corner. And then on suffix, so at the end, the corners are going to be rounded here, but flat on the other end. And for the suffix, it's kind of the opposite. So that's the thing. It's kind of fun to do, at least. to me. Just thinking about it. It's mostly like at the time, it was mostly like a set of rules. If, else. That's just that. So if prefix or if input has prefix, therefore the corner radius on the left side don't exist, are 0. If suffix exists, then the corner radius on the right side are 0. If prefix or suffix don't exist, then the corner radius on both sides are, I forgot, 12, 8, something. 8. It was in 2015, so AI wasn't as prominent as it is today. And yes, 100%, it is something that should be managed and automated through a system. But these rules that you are setting yourself is basically what will make the system work later. You can think about, there's probably articles again on UIZard about it. Like on here, they've been acquired by Miro apparently, but they have their AI designer that they used to have in 2016, I think. When I kind of started working with this tool. In 2016, they had like some very good explanation on how they have built or had built the automation of understanding how like their system make the relationship between components together. Like basically the initial push for UIZard or Wizard was you take a picture of your sketch on paper, and we as a tool will generate some sort of a Figma sketch file that works for you directly. So you don't need to do the transfer. You just take a picture of it and then you're done and you're good and you don't need to think about it. That was the idea. And then they got into a lot of different stuff. 2017. But yeah, I think that seems too brand new. Like I feel like they have removed a ton of things in what happened. But yeah, like that was, oh goddamn, that's the old logo. That was the ID. Like they see this and you see like the very boring representation of sketch on paper, and then you generate something that is user actionable really quickly through Figma or Sketch. And as soon as you have this, they have like a whole system, which is not an AI, but kind of works like an AI, it's just machine learning, that just says, this is a picture, this is a text, this is a toggle, and recognize that. And therefore, there is a relationship potential with that. This looks like a row, therefore there needs to be a specific amount of padding between your components, between your elements. This is a toggle, like that looks like a toggle, so I'm going to use the component for the toggles. Same thing, the toggle component has a very specific rules. On the left side and right side, it needs to have at least X amount of padding so that it is clickable and tappable, and so on and so forth. And so all of that is, or used to be, like the whole system. Virtual Doodlebox, hi, welcome in, how are you? On YouTube. So that was really cool to see when they kind of worked on that. Again, this is extremely similar to what we worked on when we talked about like Airbnb earlier. For the whole system, like it's the same relationship, and it is interesting. I don't know if they have like more stuff in terms of not articles, but like stuff that they have published on how they have published stuff, how they have created content. I don't know. It's been a while. Again, 2018 on this one. I've used UIZard for wizard a longer time than this. Let me see. Yeah, first message that I have for them has been in 2018 in my inbox. I didn't work with them. I worked at a company and they had like, how can I say that? Seminars, talks, events type of thing. And I used to go there often. And Airbnb was one of the company in that building that kind of hold the talks and the chats and all that. So I kind of worked with them. Same thing when I worked with the designers at Adobe for what is now known as Adobe Firefly, the new AI stuff. That was in 2017, 2018? 2017. 2017, 2018, same similar realms of activities. But yeah, that's the thing. Didn't work directly with them, but worked closely with the designers. And yeah, yeah, I know, VirtualBox. I know. I need to do shorts. I'm just tired. I tried. I hate it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Also, YouTube has been really, really, really bad. Twitch has been much better, but YouTube has been really bad to discoverability for live streams, specifically when you are someone that doesn't have a lot of subs. And I think like right now we have 5 viewers on YouTube, which is, I think, my all-time high on streaming on YouTube, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, we've had streams that spikes at 200 viewers on Twitch, which is much better, but like spikes, not for the long term. So yeah, that's these are things that are interesting, Grace, in terms of what happens. So for the relationship and thinking about it, it's just like trying to check stuff as this needs to work with this, but also needs to work on the other side. And so if it's placed on the right, if it's placed on the left, if it's placed above, underneath, what happens if it's X component next to it, right? What are the rules? All that. How's it going right for people that help streamers, YouTuber create edit shorts? I don't know. I haven't checked that. I don't have money for that. So I wouldn't know. Right now I'm debating. I am not debating. I am debating getting or hiring someone for months to do some marketing for me, just because I can't. I don't. Yeah, but like percentage is kind of wrong, specifically for newcomers. Like, let's say you take a percentage of my income on a shorts that you make, right? You make a shorts for me, you make a YouTube video for me, and you take a percentage of that. Perfect. As of right now, I can't monetize, so you take a percentage of 0. That's perfect with me. In order for me to monetize, your first video or shorts that you do needs to do at least 1,000 hours of views or 3 million views on shorts. And then I would be able to potentially monetize. And then you will get like a percentage of what you did for that. But that's not viable. Like, as someone that doesn't have enough subscriber right now and can't really monetize, I could before, then they changed their rulings and whatever. Like, the percentage is going to be 0. So I'm fine with that. But, you know, I think it's mostly per video and per minutes. But personally speaking, the current state of YouTubers and shorts creators and content creators is really not the same vibe that I have. You know that. If you've been on the stream, you kind of know. The stream is kind of slow. Like I speak kind of slowly. I am kind of chill. I'm not shouting most of the time. I mean, I don't think I shout unless something happens. But yeah, I'm kind of slow. All that and all of these videos types don't really do well on social media, which is kind of sad. Um, there is captions. There is captions on TikTok. There is no captions on the YouTube Shorts because they are not automated. Um, but yeah, yeah, I don't have the capture in the first 5 seconds. Like if I mean, 5 seconds sometimes is the time it takes for me to read your message in chat, even if it's 3 words. So you know, uh, no, Thor has a different thing. Also, Thor has disappeared from my feed, which is really impressive. He was really much there, and he disappeared. Like I haven't, I've seen one of his shorts 3 days ago, 2 days ago on purpose because I clicked on it. Um, like it's really, you know, that it's a different thing. Anyways, that Thor has a bit of a different system, and also what happened is he had the ability to um, hire someone to do the shorts to kind of blow up. And that's not necessarily something that we can do here because the average stream that we have is either I'm sharing some knowledge and that's cool, or I'm doing something that is interesting, but I'm not really clip worthy most of the times. So that's the main issue. That's the main issue. I know. Like the whole discussion that we had on Wednesday, for example, about the Star Trek, Utopia, all that, really cool. Could be like a highlight video or something, but it's not necessarily clip worthy. It's not necessarily growth worthy either, and all that is, yeah, you know, yeah. But it takes time. It takes 20 minutes, so that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, it takes time. It's just it's the recording, it's the placements, is making sure that the thing is good. Like all of that takes a lot of time overall that I don't really have. And as someone that doesn't really have an income as of right now, it's really hard to justify the content creation type of things. So again, if I had the money, I would hire someone to go back in my VODs, or even better, be on my stream and then watch everything that happens and then chop it up, build something. But I don't know. Yeah. Like again, if I have a job, hopefully not. If I have a job at some point, I will probably reduce the amount of streaming that I can do to focus on what I need to do at work. I still have like client for myself and all that, but yeah. I wouldn't mind if you do it for me, no, at all. I wouldn't. It just, I mean, I wouldn't appreciate it. I don't like the um like I don't like the you do something for me for free. I know that's what I'm doing. I'm doing things for you for free. I'm giving you some knowledge for free. I know. But I think editing something is more work than me sharing my backgrounds basically and my knowledge on stuff. So I would rather pay you, but also I can't. But also asking, I'm not asking, but you doing the editing and then um, on the promise of potentially getting paid if the channel blow ups or if the channel has the ability to monetize at some point and then I can give you something back. There's something weird about it, ethically speaking, on my point of view, on my side of things. Maybe not on your side, but on my side of things, it seems kind of, I don't know, it feels weird. But yeah, if you want to do it, please. I'm not gonna say no. I need it. I need it. What did it say? 10,000? Yeah. You can't really share links in on YouTube, which is sad. If you want to share a link, I would love for you to jump on Twitch. The other side of things. If you are there. If you're not there, that's fine. 50 to 300 per shot. Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind. I had like 300 in mind, but I didn't really know if that was the case. Again, what is a short? Is it a good short? What is good to clip? Like, I mean, 600 a month, I could 100% like hire someone for 600 a month. 100% is kind of not really, but kind of. The thing is, yeah, no, that's an option. Yeah. Yeah, but like, is it good? Is it good? Thank you, Story. Appreciate it. I think that yeah. Not the main point, but like the thing is, I don't know what would work, and I don't know what type of shorts I would like to have on my own channel. And yes. Story, thank you for sharing that on YouTube. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's not that if they suck, it's not worth doing. It's just like what I had done as shorts. We kind of talked about it before. But what I have here, not here, but like here, you know, these, except this one is the only one that kind of makes sense because it was made on the spot in order to in order to get like some awareness that the app is available on Android. Like that was the plan. So it kind of worked. But most of the other things are clips or moments of the stream where you can see that I had like shorter hair for some reason. And I do the exact same face on all of them. It doesn't really have a lot of information that I personally think that could be clippable. So that's why it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Like the other thing that is kind of weird also with shorts and creating beige. Hi, welcome in. Appreciate it. The thing that is kind of weird for me is the shorts themselves and the content that I have in my head is not really clippable and it doesn't really work together. So that's the first thing. And then in order to get clips, you basically need to watch the entire live stream and make sure that you find maybe the 15-second clip in the middle that is worthy of clipping and having. So when you have a stream that is like a 3-hour, 4-hour stream, at 2x speed, it's going to take you 2 hours to watch the whole thing. If you go through like a pose editing software like the script that I use, it reduced the amount of length of the whole stream to like half or a third of the length. So that's an option, but you still need to watch like the fucking 5 hours. Some of them that are like 6 hours long. It is long. And you need to go through that whole thing to potentially find like a clip that is 30 seconds that is good enough and editable enough or knowledgeable enough to kind of make sense and post. So it is annoying to me. Yeah. Like it's either you are in the stream when things happen and you are the editor and you know what type of content needs to be clipped, and therefore during the stream you press the button, like you just there and you say, well, oh, that's a clippable element, just click that, you have your marker, you can go back in the VODs and then edit, click, have the stream, whatever things. But you know, like that whole thing is just I do, Beige, I already do. The thing is, I don't think about it. And also, I don't know how long the highlight needs to be. So if I say, well, this is a highlightable thing, I have the end of the conversation, which usually is further than the marker, but I also need to go back previously to when that question or person entered the stream, has the question, had something. It's a bit of a mess. Most of the things that are currently on the YouTube channel and the clips that were there were automated through what's the name? Basically, there was an AI-related software that was basically checking and rewatching the entire stream, auto-transcripting the thing, ensuring that they can notice or like pick up on something that is noteworthy, as these 59 seconds of the stream seems to be educational, these 59 seconds of the streams seems to be a moment where the person laughed afterward, before something, and something was said, and that clipped this thing. And so it was interesting. The main issue that I had with it was basically on a 5-hour stream, they generated 10 clips, which is not enough. And sometimes the clips that were generated were 15 seconds long. And you couldn't, which is kind of sad, you couldn't like say, oh, that clip needs to start 20 seconds before I remember what I said. But no, you had the clip and that's all you had. You couldn't like go back in the VOD and then reorganize stuff. So, you know, that. But yeah. I think 2 to 3 short for one stream is pretty good. Yes, I agree. It just needs, or it is a bit more complex than just saying, oh, that's a clippable moment. It's going to take like a minute and that's about it. Usually it's gonna be, oh, things have been said for the past 5 minutes. If I remove the pauses, if I remove the blank spaces, if I'm just showcasing the important stuff, it's gonna be like way less than 5 minutes. And we are aiming for 2 minutes for TikToks, for long stuff, which is educational, 1 minute in total to be monetized on TikTok, and 1 minute in total because Twitch, not Twitch, but like YouTube doesn't allow more than 1 minute. Specifically now, Blue Sky doesn't allow more than 1 minute either. And that editing, like that compression of everything that has been said into a 1 minute shorts imply you at least have seen the whole conversation and the whole thing. Like, for example, the discussion that we had on Wednesday, we could probably reduce the last 3 hours of the stream into something that is a 15-minute video on its own, without the pauses, without the me going to pee, all that. That happened. But is there something clip worthy in that discussion? Yes. Do I know when I said the thing that I think is clip worthy? No. So that, as a whole, welcome back, it is already kind of complicated. Appreciate it. Welcome back home. Welcome back home. I'm complaining about needing an editor for my clips, and I don't have the money to hire an editor for my clips. But like Chris is saying that the rate could be roughly 400 to 1,000 a month for 10 to 15 clips per month created, which is not enough, but it's enough, but it's not enough. Like, in order to boost everything, I need at least one clip per day that is posted, in terms of algorithm and all that. So 15 is not enough. I get it. So it is annoying. It is annoying. But I agree. And that discussion is coming from Virtual Doodlebox on YouTube that said that I needed to do more clips to have like more discoverability, to be more known, because the knowledge that I share is pretty good, which I agree with. Obviously, I take the ego boost 100%. Yeah, I don't like it. I get it, right? But I don't like taking advantage of people. Depends on the situation. But, you know. Yeah, I don't know. At some point, maybe that would happen. But also, it is complicated. It is expensive, and yeah. Yeah. Beige, I know you do it. That's also a thing. Based on Twitch clips and most of the AI able software that exists and website that exists for clips for Twitch, they work best with games, because when you have a game, the content is here, like right there. The crosshair is here, and it's always there. And when something happens, it's always there. And when there is an activity, it's always there. And that's when or how the AI is available or not available. Able, avail was not necessary. Just able to pick up on, oh yeah, that's a kill. Oh yeah, that's something. That's a victory. That's whatever. Whereas when I'm here, how do you know? Like, how do you know that you need to zoom on this or show something around here or, or crop on top of my face? Like, it just makes no sense. So you know, it's just more complex for just chatting slash programming slash designing content because it's not meant to work with it entirely. It kind of does, but not entirely. So, it's annoying. But that's the tools that exist. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not against using someone that has the skills or want to have like a portfolio piece, whatever. It's just that it is a lot of work. Like I've done it myself. It is a lot of work, and I don't know. I did that already. You probably have seen it, by the way. Uh, I think. God damn it. Yeah. Um, I I think this one is the slot thing where I think I think yes. Just that hand. You can't really hear that, which is kind of sad. But uh, I think if I do that, that's gonna be loud. I think. You know. I think that's the thing. I've done that. I've done the fuck one as well. Like every fox on one stream in one clip. I've done the hums ones. I love to do these. They just make sense. It's so easy to do, and yeah, I know most people don't like it. This is my way of editing. It's easier for me. I chop up everything and I just have cuts all the time. I know the Stony doesn't like it as well. But yeah. I do want like 5 minute shorts of feelings. I have one. Oh, that's gonna break the stream. 1 second. I think I have one called Technically that contains all of the Technically for a very long amount of stream. But it's probably like a sub level, like some of these, like the +3 that are in there, are like sub level things. Yeah, it's probably that. But also, it is fucking heavy. Like the amount of gigabytes of data that I have. Like this bitch has things. The Rive file, sorry, is 10 gigs, and that was like a full breakdown on Rive. I don't have the computer to work with these things anymore. It's too old. But yeah, there is like I have a ton. This is the fuck bones stuff. All of that. These are the fucks. Meaning that there is a technically around there. There is the ums around here. So many editing. So many. So yeah, I have. I mean, I appreciate it. If you wanna, if you wanna take this week's video, like go on to James. Hi, welcome in. How are you? How's your day going? If you want to go into, I'm gonna go back there. Um, is the fuck onto? Ah, yeah. Apparently, it is not entirely working. Why is the question? Thank you for noticing it. I appreciate that. It's supposed to work. Why are you not working? Yeah, broadcast. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ah, that's why. That will make it work better. The PC picked up the wrong mic. God damn it. So now the fog should work. Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah. Beige, if you want to check editing and do stuff, you can 100% go there and take the latest stream from like last Wednesday, this one, the 421, should be enough. Would give you most like an interesting conversation at least, and there is not much design related stuff in there, but there is like a conversation that is interesting. And if you want to do like some light editing, you could try. I'm not saying no, but it's like it's open. Um, it's open. I appreciate it. And cat, good job. You got your chili pepper guide live? What do you mean? What do you mean? Reading the message in two different things. Had a really nice burger for lunch. That is really good. And you said it's a solid day. Yes, 100%. Yeah. I mean, take care of your bed because it's early. But yeah, thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm pretty good. I am tired. If you have the link to the website, I would love to check it out. You said that you've made some progress. I want to see. I don't have the link in my tabs. I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, been growing chili peppers for the first few years, or for a few years, and you wrote a blog post about it. I see. You see, Cybersect, this is something that needs to happen. If you drop Chewy as an emote, I think the drop game should have a Chewbacca sound instead of the regular sound. Like that would make more sense. If emotes, then sounds, then. Which move transition can? These? Just the regular one? You add the plugin and you... Oh god, yeah, you change. Indeed. Huh. Again with hot glue, that's not good. That is not good. I'm gonna need light. Chris, that's what beige is doing. That that monitor. I think you have shared. Um, yeah, that. Yeah, beige has created like the the wall of screen, which I disagree with. I think there should be uh, an angle to the side walls, because flat screens are not for your eyes, specifically if you are sitting here. Like, you need to slide on. So I know it's attached to your desk, but like you should have created like a triangular box things. Um, and yes, James, Paige is creating keyboards. So yeah, like it's good. Appreciate it. It's a thing. This is good though. I mean, I'm saying though as if, but you know, yeah. Oh, oh, sorry. This is pretty good. I think it's the same feedback that I had. This is really good. The same feedback that I had last week, 2 weeks ago. Now, I guess 2 weeks ago now. I want it bigger. I need them big. I like them big. And yeah, 125%. I feel like would make more sense. Just for like full screen right here. I can read. I'm also very far away. But you know, like I like them bigger. Whereas this is it's a tad tiny. Not much tiny, but it's a tad tiny. And if you could avoid it, that would be good. Good corner radius. Good corner radius. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, same thing. 150 is a tad too much. 125 is pretty good. I think 150 would work for me 100% because just you know, I like big text, but like that helps readability, helps everything, have access to the stuff. About that, I'm debating. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that feels empty. That feels a tad empty. As a whole, I get you probably are gonna build something there to have content, but yeah, and that's the blog post in question. Yeah, I like that a lot. Takes a lot of space, but I like it. Yeah, you went deep in the creation and god damn, that's a lot of explanation. I appreciate it though. That's really good. That is really good. Is it like a Notion based? It looks Notion based, which is really interesting to me. As if you had the thing written in Notion and then it just pulled from Notion to here. mainly because of the way that this is set up. But I doubt it. I think that's not the case. But it's pretty cool. Not gonna deny that. I love this. It's useless, but I love it. Um, the gradient going through and just bleeding in the edges of that. They're again useless. Great. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. I don't think I've heard of this. I don't think I have. Huh. I haven't. Interesting. Is it like, I didn't read shit, is it like a CMS based, like, that you can plug onto your website so that you have your CMS here and you don't need to take care of it somewhere else? Like it's a bit of a database slash content, I'm guessing. Yeah, seems like it. That's pretty cool. Zombie, hi, welcome back. That's pretty neat. That that's pretty neat. What's the price? What's the price? It's free. So if I'm myself and myself, it is basically free. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. I see. I see. I don't, I mean, they don't really talk about usage. They talk about usage around here, but they don't talk about usage around here. So I'm kind of, what's your usage? Like how much? 10,000 documents, cool. 2 data sets, cool. I want to know how many viewers I can have. Like, 250 requests per month is not bad. Sorry, 250,000 requests per month is not bad. Live connection for data's at 1K. I'm guessing this is 1K at a time, but it's 1K on both. Live attention of 15 minutes. And yeah, I guess. I guess that's pretty good. Good shirts. Good shirts. 100%. 100%. I'm currently using like Firebase for where is it? Where is it? So maybe this could be interesting. Basically, when or for what I'm kind of working with, trying to work with right here. could. I don't know. I don't know. It could be an easy thing to have. Mainly because of the, I'm guessing the content and the creation of the content is pretty easy. Like the CMS side of things is going to be really, really user friendly. So that's a pretty good thing. I might have a look. It's kind of sad because I'm already enrolled in a Firebase things, but yeah. I'm gonna press the button. Oh, I should have. Well, too late. Oh. Ah. 1 second. As stated, I had the washing machine running, and so now it's done. And I am the most electrostatic bitch you've ever seen. This is crazy. Oh. And Chris, you sent me something on Twitter. I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that video specifically. Yes, I have. But at some point, I might do it. I might not. I don't know. And Kat, I don't know if you found the things. Move source is on a scene. Move value is on a source. That's the thing. There's a lot of things on your screens indeed, Chris. Yeah. But also, this is at night. You don't see much. You don't know. You don't know. You know, it's at dark times. It's at dark times. But yeah, no, it's Kat, the move source is gonna, from a scene, move source is gonna move the source inside of a scene, and move value is trigger for filter. So if you, again, I'm gonna go there 1 second. If you are here and you want your camera to do something when you enter a scene, you add one of the move source filter to that scene specifically, like move source. And that is then needing the reference in here saying that it is on activate, like the start trigger is going to be activate, and the simultaneous move is going to be the move value that you want to happen on the thing. So the radius 4, for example, is my radius 4 here that is triggered. So when I'm moving from whatever scene to this one, it's activating the radius 4 automatically. That's the thing. If it's still not working, have you updated the plugin? Have you updated OBS? And yeah, that's the two updates you need to have. If you have updated OBS and you're on 31, you download it again and you reinstall it. Well, I don't know why, but what the fuck is Excel, bro? I guess it's not that. I think it's in my following. Xaldro has been updating move transition. This is the latest thing that has been done. There has been 2 commits this month. So it has been updated. Has been updated. Lately. So how do you update it? You go there, you go into releases, version, and you download whatever the download is, which is around here in the OBS project, and you just install with the Windows installer and it should be good. Just make sure that the OBS instance that you're running is closed when you are installing it. It doesn't really matter, but it's just in case, just in case. And you should be fine. Like, you should be fine after that. I need to update this one, though, for me. So, I'm going to do that later. You still did have to update shit on 29. Yeah, Contentful were the other thing that was an option for me instead of Firebase. But apparently Firebase is just easier for flexibility for anything. But yeah. You know, if you touch nothing, you don't have to update anything. That is true. But then you have compromisable OBS, which is not good. You know. I have never heard of Tina CMS. That is interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, like, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check Sanity if it works. If it works, it seems to work. But if it could be used for me, it could be interesting, better than what I currently have. Oh shit, that's what we need to take a look at. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about. If it wasn't crashy. But yeah, no. Anyways, James, website, real good. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's neat. I'm trying to take a look at the other things that you've done in terms of previews and things. I feel like it's working, makes sense, really good. So, like, most of your content is the same. Like, your blogs are with a very specific design, your artifacts are with a very specific design with the same width at the top, and then you have the artifact underneath, which is really cool. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I do like it, but it's the same as last time, so I'm not gonna... It's more like the homepage at 125%. Much better for me, but you know... One thing that I see though, I pressed the clap. It went up to 11. Why no clap? Ah, now it's clap to 11. God damn it. So you will never finish it? Can't. I see. I see. Good job. Stony sent us this earlier today as something to do or to take a look at, which is pretty impressive on its own as a whole thing. Because I kind of know. But yeah, this is a very interesting behavior base, which is basically what we had, or what I had in mind when I built the first design for the TV mode. And then we removed a ton of it, mainly these horizontal scrolls, because, I mean, this is not supposed to be an horizontal scroll, it's supposed to just fit, because of a tinier screen. But yeah, I do like these though. I like these as a concept. I think that could be nice. I mean, please do that. I need to check how things are displayed though. I also need a lot of content, but yeah. Stony, you still lurking from far away? On YouTube? No? Good. Do you want to integrate something similar to this at some point? I do like it. I do like it. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I do like the simplicity of the content. Like these hover effect are pretty good. Again, I don't think this is good for like TV, because hover state just doesn't exist. You don't really have a hover, it's just on selection. So yeah, you know, that's like it would navigate through tabs and things like that. It doesn't, which is interesting. Huh, interesting. It is cool. It is cool. It is a very simple system. It works. I mean, to me, it works, which is, again, based on what we already have. And what I kind of did. This is the same. To an extent, this is the same behavior, this is the same content, same structure, you just have these, but the titles are on the other side. Well, that's simple. But yeah, that's... I'm not gonna say this is the same as this, but it kind of is the same as this in terms of layout and structure. You have a subheader, header, text, subheader, header, text, which is bubbles, and then buttons for actions, which currently are these. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty simple. It looks like something that I would have designed based on the fact that it has a lot of, you know, glass. But yeah, I like these. I do think that these are pretty interesting. I don't know how you could integrate that gracefully in the app. But you know, that's the thing. You need a menu for TV. It's not a hover state per se. It is the focus state. You do have a hover state. God damn, that's gonna trigger it again. You do have a hover state when you have something like a TV remote that has a cursor. You could have a hover, but could. And when you say you need a menu for TV, what do you mean by that? Oh, there is no way to switch server. You mean this? At the top with the menu that we said we had? Like the basic things? Like the regular thing? The thing? Hi. So in terms of TV behavior for me, and again, I don't really know, because I don't really use a TV, but for me, it would be something like this. If that's an option, you tell me. I don't know. Like if you click on your profile picture, you have your profile picture here with your selections. Like that, that's what I would do. And so if you want to switch though, it would be here. So that's what I have in mind. Like kind of similar to the Netflix profile switch. So for the regular thing, if we do have and do take the same settings, God damn it, it's not gonna be there, is it? It's not. It's there, right here. Cool. I would, not that, but I would do that. Like I would do that if you have the ability to switch profile. I would have this. If not, I would just have the options, and based on TV and based on what I know, it would be something similar to this in my head. So I would probably say that. Like same placement or similar placement with your options, and then based on what you select and press enter, it's the same as this, but with that view. So yeah, I got type. I got type. I don't think refresh is something that you want to have here, but I don't know. Dark mode, light mode, I don't think it's something that you want to have, but why not? And I may say, potentially, the profile section, like that whole thing at the top, is not necessarily something that we want to have in terms of how it is. So I would probably do that, and maybe have this right there. And yeah, like to me that seems like a pretty simple options. that could work. And then again, if it's not left align and center align because it's TV, which is wrong, but you know, dang. The only thing that I would potentially change here is going to be to have the logout kind of here instead of there. But, you know, yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm kind of thinking about the, I mean, dribble is not going to work. Oh my god, it's the same that I did. Sorry. Oh, there is no fucking details. But yeah, that when you click on that, you will probably have access to the thing. Blah 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 blah. You know. The more I think about it, they are in the file. Which file? Where? Where? You're not on the file. Where you at? You're not there. So I'd be surprised if it was there. Anyways. One of the things that I've seen when I was at my mom's place and we installed her projector, which basically is a smart TV. Their navigation has this on the side, which is different than what you have. I know, don't worry about it, but it's like a tray. It's a native tray where the Netflix things are. So yeah, but now you're here today. Yeah. Now we can see that. We can also see that Figma is struggling hard, very hard. God damn. Come on. Yeah, but that's the same, right? It is the same behavior, basically. You click on your top section and then you have your settings. So, you know, that kind of tracks to an extent. It's also interesting that you have like a TV interface thing in there. That's weird. Anyways, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. So again, based on the same thing as last time, I kind of want to make sure that I have the whole system again understood in my head so that I build something that makes sense, because right now it doesn't. Can we agree that because it's TV and it is web-based ports, you need everything to be basically in a straight line so that the D-pad is working as well as it can, right? Like the most straightforward thing as possible so that the user has access to most of the thing. Cool. So the second thing or the second question that I have is the content of the settings and the content of the things for TV. Do you need preferences, systems, refresh, dark mode, all of that? Or can it be like removed? Because I do think that the system related stuff can be removed. The refresh is basically just for us, and the dark mode is by default on TV. I don't think I would see any app for media watching on light mode. I know it could be nice to have it, but I have a feeling that these three could be removed. Just gonna wait before I do anything. I think the preferences is going to be limiting or limited in terms of what you want the user to have access to. But I'm also thinking that preference could be removed. If that's the case, we have an option. Onion! Welcome, Onion. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks a lot for chatting. I appreciate that. I like the name. That onion is pretty good. That onion is pretty good. And your name is in yellow, so I like that. That's fun. Yeah, but wouldn't it be like automated? Stony, like something breaks, you refresh, like by default, you know. So, let's say that we remove these, and we say that it's good, even if you wanted to keep refresh. Good. But, you know, dang. If this is the case, I do think we can do something much better in terms of how things are. Personally speaking, I have questions for you. As always, how many potential, like, because your stream deck is not up to date. Okay, you're already on. You can't. How many server can a user has? Because usually it's going to be 1 or 2 in the beginning. We can revisit the UI later. That's basically what I'm saying. Huh, interesting. Not enough. Yeah. I know that technically unlimited. Yeah, but that's you. Like a regular user will not have 4. A regular user will have 1. At least in the beginning. I don't think people will have like 15 servers really quickly. But that doesn't change the fact that if it had 15 servers really quickly, you know, it's bad, but it works. So, I think the logout here is going to be pretty necessary in a way. The potentials, this is a replacement for Plex. If that speaks to you, that speaks to you. If it doesn't. So if you have your logout things around here, which is kind of debatable, I do think that it would be not necessary, but like better to have it in a red option. And then your profile, who is connected, which server is currently active. You know. Okay, forgot what I did. Say that again. Why? Like, I don't think this is necessary, to be honest. I don't think that this is sub-menu is necessary, obviously. And I feel like this would be much better if it was hugging content. Bitch, can you fucking hug? Thank you. Logic of the Switch server. Why? Thanks
that underscore onion is now following.
Appreciate it. Welcome on it. It keeps pinning the server. It keeps pinging the server for the online states. I need you to explain. I don't understand that. Basically what I'm doing is this. Is it view.dev? Am I wrong again? Probably am wrong. Like, what I'm thinking is this. If I'm here and I want to switch server, it opens this page. And that's going to be the same thing. If I'm opening the menu, on TV, I basically want to switch server or log out because all of these are out. So that is what I'm saying. So I just check who is available, and then I select the one that is available. So, you know, to me, again, I haven't opened the network tab, I know. But to me, if I'm the user on TV, I'm here and I want to click on this, the only reason why I would click on this is to switch server or log out. So if I want to switch server, I want it to ping all the servers that are available. So yeah, no, I know, but it should mark it as disabled, but still there in the list of servers that you have, no? Nonetheless, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, if you have the same interface, it would make more sense. Like the reason why I'm combining them is because this is the only activity that you can have in that menu, based on what we just said. Like the click here on TV is going to tell you who is connected, which is yourself usually, and switching servers. So you want to access this thing and logging out. So I just want to have name of the user that is connected, log out at the bottom, server. So that click on menu is going to basically be the same as clicking on switch server. and displaying this page. If that makes sense to you, that makes sense to me. If that doesn't make sense to you, I want to understand more. And you said check the network tab. Why? What's on the network tab? What happened? You know I can't check that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hop, hop, hop. Sorry. Yeah. So now this is a me not understanding because I don't understand the tech and I need you to explain. Why would that be a bad thing? That on that server page selection you have a ping every X amount of seconds to check if the server is alive, available. Like you said, once you select one that is online, it closes the page, and with it closes the ping interval. But it doesn't really mean it keeps pinging the servers for their online state, yes, which makes sense. But then you say I'd rather have just to be a menu, which is the same thing. So I don't. Okay, that is me not understanding why would you rewrite it? Like you already have the page. To me, it's just you use that page. So obviously biased and designer mind, so I know, but you currently have and using this page, which is a page. And so instead of having like saying if TV, name of the user log out, and oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, well, get rid of the background. I don't give a shit. If that's your issue. Like I don't care if it's this. Like it's just it doesn't change anything for me. Like it's the same. Like you click here, you get there. If it's easier to not have an overlay, not have an overlay. Like it's have a page. I don't give a shit. It's the same. It's a page. It has no impact on me. Not a single one. So yeah, that. And you only, I mean, to me right now, the only option that you have to go back is to click on the server that you want to have, which is the same thing that you have on desktop. So if I'm here and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna change server. Shitty ARC, by the way. I can't really go back. Like if I click here, it's not gonna give me anything. It's saying, oh, you're wanting to switch server. So, you know, that. Yeah, Netflix is a bitch. Yes. Netflix is just black screening. It is impressive, by the way. I do feel like Netflix has a very, very, very interesting thing. Like when I'm here, Everything is working. Oh, that's cute. And then when that is so AI generated weird thing half the time. It's interesting. The new steps. Anyways, when I'm doing this and I'm playing something, I'm hearing sounds. I can't see shit because OBS is running. It is really impressive how they have like process detection. I can still capture the content by having a secondary PC. Like just having a. It's not even. I mean, I don't even know if it's DRM, but it's weird. It is impressive. That's all I'm saying. Uh, but yeah, I would just do that. Like not that, but you know that. Like I would have that as a page. Um, so yeah, if that's your issue, if that was your issue, and you just wanted to have this as a page and not an overlay, just that's it. But say that instead of telling me that it doesn't work because it works. It does work. It does work. So yeah, I would just do that. And if, and only if, you wanted to have something with the back button working, maybe you would need to implement something that states that back button would reselect the previously selected server. But if that's not the case, then the back button is going to exit from the app on TV. Probably, most likely, highly probable. But yeah, that's the thing. Stoney is running that on his TV, yes. I can still capture Netflix through my PC though. Like that's a thing, which is interesting, because it shouldn't. I think this is because the Elgato Camlink Pro is considered as a screen and not something else because it's a pass-through card. So yeah, Andrew, hi, welcome back. How are you? How have you been? Me right now? I'm not. Stoney's running it on TV, Android app TV. But yeah, that's how I see that menu, Stoney. It's just like you click on that, you get this. Like that. That's it. You know who you are. Obviously, you do. And you have access to your servers. And if you have more servers available, it's just going to stack them. Like, that's kind of my ID. And, you know, like, you don't need much more than that. I'm tired as well. Much tired. Much tired. I've been working on something which is unrealistically working, but working, which is pretty good, which is this thing right there. It's it's drawing too much memory at that instant, but it's working, and that's what matters right now. It's a tad bit too tricky though for me to understand what's breaking at that instant. Yes, it just works ish. Cat, that's because you're a dumbass. No, it's because you probably have not done the thing in the right orders. You know, I agree with you. It is. It's, move transition is a bitch until you're kind of understand 100% of how it works. But yes, I agree. Yeah, but that's because I'm a dumbass. So yeah, it is my fault. How do you know? How do you know? There's the 911 again, isn't it? Huh? Yes. Oh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't have a choice though. One time, that's not true. Yeah, we'll see. Could happen though. Could happen potentially because Japanese class are not there. So yeah, could happen. Yeah, but a menu is weird. I mean, to me, a menu is weird on TV. It kind of needs a menu is an overlay, which makes no sense. So yeah, you'd be surprised. Basically, the sirens. I heard the sirens way more often when I was in Tokyo, compared to not compared to here, but here it's 5 to 10 times a day because I have like a police box and a firefighter house really close by, so they need to go through the main street, which is in front of my house. So you hear them, and also they are French and dumbasses, and they don't want to like stop at red lights, so they just have sirens all the time, just to make sure that they can just go through without stopping. I can't. But yeah, no, the Japanese police is. I mean, let me rephrase what I'm saying. It's not the police sirens that you hear in Japan. It's the sirens of anything. Trucks for garbage trucks have sirens. Trucks in general have sirens, which is basically trucks are telling you that they are about to turn right. And if you translate the the sound or the message that is said is, be careful, I am a truck, I am turning right. Be careful, I am a truck, I am turning right. And that is the thing. So each heavy-ish vehicles have a siren, which is basically them, yeah, giving you that. Let me see if I can find C. Okay. That. You have that, which this one is not really. Also, it might be loud. But you have this, which is politicians running around whatever town you are that just have like loudspeakers and running in circles. And you can hear them and hear them and hear them, and it's one of these, right? That's the thing. That's just for politics. The thing that happens as well is you hear that as well very often, which is normal. I don't know about the sound level, you tell me. Very often it's kind of sad. I want the other one. I want the... I want this.
Can you hear that sound? Is it the ice cream truck? No. It's a Japanese trash car. Nice music.
Sirens. That's not the one that I was looking for specifically. I want the... I want the turning sound, which is really specific, though. Which I doubt I will find. Ha! God damn it. Anyways, dang. Like it's basically they have to have these sounds in order for you to know as a pedestrian that something is coming on the side of the road and that you're not gonna collide with them. But yeah, like that's the main reason. They just have like a thing that just states, "I'm turning right," but it's on repeat because they are turning all the time because Tokyo streets are tiny, and so yeah. If I remembered the fucking sentence in Japanese, I would have typed that. But yeah, that is good rules though. Onion. That is a good rule. I do appreciate that. Not complain about it. Well, not complain about it. But yeah, so they have this. They also have so politicians that are blasting propaganda or like not propaganda, but like basically marketing. Yes, on loudspeakers. You also have the recycling truck, which is not necessarily legal, but kind of not enforced, but still there, which is basically a truck that is there to take off your hands, electronics, washing machines, thing that you don't have or use, and so all of that is like loudspeakers as well. It's annoying. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna need to pee though, so 1 second. I mean 2 minutes. All that. Shit, I forgot that this top material It's taking water like crazy. God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Huh? But yeah. Sirens, friends, all that kind of annoying. Anyways. Back to this. So, does that work for you, Stony? Is that like an okay thing so far? Like, does it work? Do you think it would work? Would it be fine? Do you need the cards to be visible at all times? You will reuse the same cards anyways, right? Yeah. But you will just reuse that as default. As I said, it just has the user activity, the username at the top and the logout at the bottom. That it is like one straight line from the initial thing to the bottom. I'm just unsure about this for not being a straight line. Like, it is a straight horizontal line, but not vertical. So next would be like this instead of down, down. So I don't really know that. That's more for a you thing. Than a me thing. AI doesn't go there. That's the thing. I don't think Stony is going to have any AI in there for cost-related impact, but also for ethical-related impact. There might be some recommendation algorithm, but I don't think an AI is going to be necessary. Have you tried? Okay. Simply scene A and scene B with the same sources and a transition. I don't even think ads are gonna be there. God damn, I should have refilled that. You've been saying you need one transition. Explain yourself. Like, what do you need? Give me specific details. Because maybe it's just, you know, dang. Well, good. From circle to rectangle with 15 radius and back. So, you want this transition from my camera from here to here. That's what you need. Basically. Are you using advanced mask for the masking? Or are you using crop? Advanced mask. If you're using advanced mask, you need to have your mask. I should just show you because it's there. You should have your mask crop right now. I have my crop square and then I have my radius definition, and it's just the mask is two different things. So the crop square has a like simultaneous move none. It's just like when it's triggered, that's what happens. And then the radius is that. It's just giving me radius. Like it's that's it. But it's the same filter at the base. So you take the settings of mask, and for you, if you just have like one rectangle with 15 radius to fully rounded, it's just you set your rectangle option and your circle options, and it has most of the things, including the corner radius uniform from everything. Like that's it. That's it. I would say the only potential that I've missed before is this. That activate when this filter becomes actively shown in the final mix. Like that at the bottom of the filter for the scene. But yeah. That's it. That's about it. If you have done all that, there is an issue with your version of OBS, or an issue with your computer. You know, I've said that before. So yeah, other than that, like there is nothing else that you can really do. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Maybe Advanced Mask is not updated again. Maybe you need to use something else. But that's about it. So yeah, Stony, I don't know if, again, do you have other things other than the TV stuff that you needed to have? I do think that this version of the potential recommendation, like popcorn time selection, is pretty interesting. I think it works mainly because of the icons and the gradients. Right, that makes sense. However, having a purely red image with a green gradient, really? Really? But there, other than that, I don't know. Yeah, but that's not for me to work on. That's for you. That's not that. I think it's Jack the Ripper in one word. Dang. Oh, it's Mac the Ripper, not Jack. My bad. My bad. I forgot. Yeah. Mac the Ripper has been like a very, very useful tool that I used a long time ago. Haven't used it in years. Yeah, I don't think this is something that you need to build yourself, Stony. Legally speaking, I'm saying nothing, but I do think there is or are already things and apps. I know you want an all-in-one to basically do all the thing at what one spot, right? One-stop shop, whatever. That makes sense. That is basically Onion. That is basically this. No Mercy is the point. So yeah. No, I know you're still gonna do it. What I'm saying is you could implement something that someone else has done for now while you work on the rest. And then once everything is done, you can come back to the ripping section and improve it on doing something better. Or maybe finding DVD rip dependency package on GitHub that someone has done that could be easily implemented. The only thing that I would say, and again, I haven't done that in years, so take my words with 16 grains of salt. I don't think someone with the habit of ripping things will not necessarily use something else than the tools that they already have. So if I know that I'm using Mac the Reaper, which is what I used on Mac, to rip my DVDs and have them on my machines or have them on my Plex server, I am probably not gonna have something else do it because I'm just used to it. I plug it in, I turn on Mac the Reaper, press the button, it's done, and it's just like sent from that ripping service to the folder that is related to the server. So probably not going to change. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have it as an option. I agree with you that you want to have it inside of the tool, which I get, makes sense. I don't think it is a priority. Like you said that as if that was the only thing that was missing, and I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Yeah. I know. I get that. I get that. You will at some point, probably, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's the main thing. You could, and I don't know what's the make MKV thing is. I do think there is other options probably available that you could use. There is probably also open source stuff that you can take and use as a base. That are different, probably other project. But again, I don't know. I'm not in that space 100%. So I can't know. If it is the standard, why wouldn't you want to use it for a time? Let me rephrase that based on your last message. You said, but it requires manual labor. Manual labor's on the user hands, or oh wait, there is a license. Yeah, well, no. No, no, that's not what we want to have. So I get that. The principle of ripping, to me, is pretty simple. There is data on the disk. You take the data on the disk. That's about it. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about, so you know. That. That's all I can say. Like, it's just that simple. To me. But yeah. I see. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You probably have made some research already to check if there is like an open source DVD repo thing that exists that doesn't use it. Morton, hi. Welcome on in. Welcome back. How are you? But like I mean, again, designer head, very good head, but designer head which like a DVD is just a medium to hold data. Data can be extracted. That's about it. So, to me, the system, or the principle of ripping something is pretty simple, but I'm probably wrong.
That underscore onion gifted It's the Morton a subscription. That underscore onion gifted a tier 1 sub to It's the Morton. This is
Why?
their first gift sub in the channel.
Why? Thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Morton. But why? Is it because he made curry? If Morton made curry, you give subs? I mean, I get it. I would too. I would too. Good. Morton happy. Not for curry. Sad. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I mean, again, there is a lot of things that I don't really know about the ripping section. So yeah. You don't need anything. Like, you just want the tool to work for yourself. And to an extent, right now, it kind of works. Right? You do have the ability to do such thing, and sorry, I just had like a brains section. Wouldn't you have the ability to say on server, like on the binary that holds the server that will be held by the user, there is an instance of the MK whatever thingy that is the free version that is installed on install, and then once the X amount is reached, the thing is cleared, reinstalled through the server itself, like automatically, without you having to do it by hand. Couldn't that be a thing? Even though you said that you didn't want to use it, but like installing the software through a line of command, a command line, could be a thing. Specifically clearing a folder, redefining a folder, could be something. And I feel like, I mean, you could have directory rip 0 and directory rip 1. And so if 0 reach is max amount of rips, 1 takes over, clearing 0, reinstalling 0, and then when 1 reaches limit, 0 takes over, clearing 1, reinstalling 1, that you always have 2 versions kind of installed and available on 2 different directories. That could be a thing. It's kind of weird though. But yeah, if it's only for Windows, that's kind of sad. I agree with that. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. 1 second. Or 2, I don't know. Depends. My whole kitchen smells like fish. It's annoying. I mean, I cooked fish today, so that makes sense, but still. I don't think I do. Why would I have? Why would I have that? Why do you want me to have a JSON formatter on my machine? Makes no sense. You know I can't read that. Yes. What does that give me? Too late. God damn it. What do you mean, that? That's what you're talking about? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Yeah. No, I get that. I kind of understand the limitation of make MKV thingy that you're talking about, but I don't know if it's like... I mean, I don't even think it's necessary for us to talk about it, because basically you said that you didn't want to use it, so technically useless of a discussion. But if you can't have the existing state of FFmpeg doing the conversion and the ripping for yourself, I don't know what you can do. Like, I don't know if you can do anything. I mean, you can do stuff, but I don't know what you can do to make sure that it works as of right now, or as of yesterday type situation, you know. Like, if that's all it takes, I would just do that. Like, you just create I know. I mean, he does need the same thing for vidmount, right? Like, the FFmpeg stuff is also for vidmount on his side. It's just like, you will use it for ripping and he will use it for encoding / displaying / I don't know. hasn't seen Feels in a while, so you know, all that. But it's you know, I don't think there is like a need for something good job. You may be interested in NDLP plugin, Cat. That might be something for you. I forgot. I pressed the wrong button. I think Andy has something in the it might be on StreamUp. Alright. Good to me. It might be on StreamUp. I forgot exactly where it is. There is something for the OBS plugin that basically gives you the official update if it knows. You know. I just forgot. I think it's StreamUp plugin still other things that needs to happen. Anyways, apparently Stony has redeemed end stream, which is good. I'm gonna end stream right now, and it's gonna be fine. Who's live? That happens. That happens. Who's live? Clarkio is live, and Yorin is building a keyboard. That's what happened. That's what happened. It's probably lurking, hearing that. Anyways, have fun. Take care. And I'll see you back on Monday. As always, the VOD is going to be on YouTube. The Discord is open if you have a question. I'm not live. As always, the socials is good. And I'm going to take some time for myself this afternoon. It's going to be nice. Thank you for redeeming that, Sony. Appreciate it. As always, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Eat something. Drink something. Be kind to each other. I'll see you on Monday. And yeah, Kat, if you need help, maybe I'm live, maybe I'm available. I don't know. We'll see. Bye. And Flora, hi, bye. I really need to fix this fucking stream battle at the end. Stoney, you won. Good job. Good job. Okay, bye. See ya.